Hey, this is your host. Today's big question: how long does it take for a maggot to become an adult fly? Well, the answer depends on several factors, including the species of fly, the temperature, and the availability of food. However, in general terms, the life cycle of a maggot can be broken down into 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Let's start with the egg. Most flies lay their eggs in moist, decaying organic matter such as rotting meat or decomposing fruit. The eggs are typically laid in masses and can number in the hundreds. Once laid, the eggs will hatch into larvae, also known as maggots, after a period of incubation, which can vary depending on the species and environmental conditions. Some common flies, such as the green bottle fly, can lay eggs that hatch in as little as 8 hours. Other species may take several days. So what exactly is a maggot? Well, it's basically the larval stage of a fly. You can think of it like the caterpillar of a butterfly or the tadpole of a frog. Maggots are often slimy, white or grayish in color, and have a somewhat cylindrical shape. They're also incredibly voracious eaters, consuming large amounts of the decaying material they're found in and growing rapidly. In fact, some species of maggots can double in size within just 24 hours. It's like going from the size of a sesame seed to a blueberry in a single day. And just like all living things, maggots do poop. They excrete a substance known as frass, which is basically digested acids and undigested food particles. Frass can be a telltale sign of a maggot infestation, as it often has a distinctive appearance and smell. It might even help you identify what kind of infestation you're dealing with, as different species of maggots produce different colored frass. For example, the black soldier fly larvae, which are sometimes used as a sustainable source of protein, produce a brown or black frass. In contrast, the lesser housefly larvae, often considered a pest, produce a yellowish-green frass. Anyway, once a maggot has consumed enough food and reached its full size, it's time for it to move on to the next stage of its life cycle. It leaves the decomposing material it's been munching on and seeks out a new, drier location to pupa it. The exact location can vary, but often includes areas such as under loose bark, in wall voids, or even inside electrical equipment. Now, why does a maggot need to get away from its food source at this point in its life cycle? Well, it's because it's about to enter a stage known as diapause. Think of it as a sort of hibernation or resting period. During diapause, the maggot encases itself in a protective covering called a puparium, which is formed from the hardened outer skin of the larva. Inside the puparium, the maggot undergoes a remarkable transformation known as metamorphosis. Its body breaks down into a soupy substance and then reassembles itself into an adult fly. This process can take anywhere from a few weeks to several months, again depending on factors such as species and temperature. Eventually, the adult fly emerges from the puparium, ready to mate and lay its own eggs, thus continuing the life cycle. Now, not all flies follow this exact life cycle. There are some exceptions. For instance, the botfly lays its eggs on a host animal, usually a mammal, and the eggs hatch into bot larvae. These larvae then migrate through the animal's body, where they grow and eventually emerge, taking a year or longer to complete their life cycle. And there you have it. That's how long it takes for a maggot to become an adult fly. So the next time you find yourself staring at a plate of rotting meat, remember the amazing life cycle of the maggot. Don't forget to stay tuned for more videos. Until next time.